Okay, we're going to start the quiz. There's only one question. And there it is. Do people need more time? No? Okay. Here we go. Lovely. All right. We're meditating now. Yay. Um, Tatiana, are you correctly translating my yay? Anna is. All right. Um, Here we go. Who wants to read? Um, Hong Sun is here.
À, yeah.
Hi.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone.
How's New Year's at the beach?
uh, I go to my hometown with my parents, with my family, and
You're,
no beach here.
you're not at the beach?
Yeah, not.
You're a good son. I would not go back. Did
Yeah.
you get a did you get a haircut for New Year's?
Uh, yeah, for New Year.
Yeah, I see. Okay, awesome. Read this, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
Uh, Name the first of five problems of meditation, which four of eight corrections are used to counter counteract it.
Yeah,
Tibetan
counteract it.
practice in Tibetan. Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right. What's the first problem of meditation?
Come on.
What's that, Lynn? I heard your children.
Sorry, little lazy. Don't want to do meditation.
Correct. Good. Yeah, not meditating in the first place. So we're not actually meditating yet. Almost. Um, yeah, the first problem is laziness, which in Tibetan is lelo, which might be the easiest Tibetan word to remember, okay? It kind of sounds like the English to lay low. Um, and I don't think that requires any more explanation. All right, there's four corrections. What are the corrections? Crickets.
You start doing it.
No. Start doing it?
Yeah, you contemplate about the benefits, which is like a meditation anyway. So you basically start meditating.
Well, this is talking about shamatha. You can contemplate without doing shamatha practice. Okay? Because contemplating is thinking, essentially. Right?
Hmm.
That's why it's two sam and gom. Sam is contemplation, gom is meditation. It's separated. But yeah, you have to think, why would I do this in the first place? What are the benefits? Right? All right, Maria, read this. She went silent. Maria, you still there? Maria?
I'm here.
Read.
I can read that.
You can't?
I can't.
Ah. Lay low. Lay low. That's the problem. That's your first problem. Fine. Loan can read it.
Yes.
Yeah, please read.
Nghe xin lá đưa bạc.
Yeah, it says Tinginson, but it's Tinginson.
Thanh Nguyên xin. Yeah. Thanh
There's a
Nguyên xin.
there's a prenasal. What's it mean? What's Tinginson mean?
Uh, concentration.
Yeah, concentration, good. Or meditation. What's Depa?
Đưa bạc a fail for
Faith?
faith. Yeah.
Yeah, it's faith. Yeah. You have some faith in it.
Yeah.
So basically, someone's got to tell you why to meditate, because meditating is difficult, painful, can take a long time to get results. It feels like you're doing nothing when you have a million things to do. So somebody has to explain to you, or someone who has meditated and gone through it has to tell you eventually it's going to be worth it or help you through it, okay? Otherwise, it's very challenging. All right, good. Yeah, Depa, Shraddha in Sanskrit. What's next? After you have some faith, after you have some Shraddha, where's the Shraddha? Anyway, after you have some faith, then what? Crickets. Nothing. Sleep.
Remind yourself of the benefits.
Um, nah, not exactly. That's kind of the first one. Um, you have to then say, I'm gonna do it. All right. On some level. It's like anything. I always compare this stuff to the Olympics or something. Geshe used to talk about becoming a piano player, Mike. If you listen to the old classes. Mike is a piano player. Is it hard to learn piano, Mike?
It just takes time. It's like,
Exactly. Thank
and
you.
patience. Patience.
How much, okay, approximately how much time per day for how many years to become a piano player that can play in jazz clubs in Baltimore?
Like I would say probably 45 minutes to an hour a day for a couple years at least.
At least. But I see more, it sounds like more like 5 to 10 to me.
Like yeah, like if you want to be a proficient piano player at a jazz club and feel comfortable and everyone likes what you're doing, like yeah, like 10 years.
Yay, guess what? That's exactly how much time and effort it takes to become a good meditator or pretty much anything else. Okay? Depending on you. Yeah, so you have to say, I'm gonna do it. All right? Who wants to read this? No one?
Can I?
Yes.
Dunpa.
What's that mean?
This mean want, desire.
Close. Dupa is more want. Dunpa is a little closer to aspire, right?
Yeah.
If you aspire to do good, what would they call you in Tibetan? Gendun.
Oh,
Sang
then
Sangha
done.
Sangha member.
Oh,
Gendun. All right? People who walk
Yeah.
around just trying to do good stuff all day, which is true. Okay. So you got some faith, you have some aspiration. You're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play jazz clubs in Baltimore. What do you have to do next?
You will try hard to meditate.
Try to meditate? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, you'll you'll try. Exactly. Read read this how.
Yeah. Make the effort needed to get good at meditation.
Yeah. And what's the and what is it in Tibetan? Anybody?
Shunru.
Yeah, Tsunju. I think he used Tsulwa here. I'm pretty sure they use Tsulwa. Oh, they used Sunju. Oh wait, Tsulwa the last one? Oh, for some reason I thought it was Tsulwa. Maybe they use Tsulwa sometimes. Yeah, Sunju also means effort. Um, Sunju. It's also the name for the fourth perfection. I swear they used Tsulwa. Mm, I will check. It could be a different translation. Anyway, Tsulwa also means to make effort or to do something. All right, good. Yes. And then, um, oh, well, what happens after that? You've made the effort. You decide you're gonna be good. You decide you're gonna play the clubs, and then you practice for 10 years-ish, like Mike Hoffman told you. And then what happens?
You enjoy the money and the fame and the notoriety and the and the late nights and
Exactly, basically. Yeah. You have this experience. This is a specific thing. All right. It's called Shinjang. Shin is short for Shinto. Jang is short for I guess it's Jangba, but Janghwa sounds more correct to me. But I think it's because of the S, you have to say Jangpa. Anyway, and this is a word that is very hard to translate. Geshe has used pliancy for years. I don't know if he's completely satisfied with the translation because pliancies doesn't mean much to people in English, but um how Ken Rinpoche described it to him was if you watch the Olympics or something, or like a contortionist do their art and they look totally at ease in it. And that's what Xinjiang means. You get so good that you're like Liberace or something at the piano. You're like, Mike, I was watching this famous jazz musician, this jazz piano player, and he started playing with the backs of his hands. Have you seen this?
no, but I see people doing all sorts of crazy stuff with where they like open up a piano and start banging on it with a hammer or something and doing all
Right.
sorts of weird stuff.
But that's like, Jimi Hendrix playing with his like teeth or something. That's how good at meditating you want to be. You want to be Hendrix on the guitar, okay? Playing with your left hand and your teeth, okay? And that's Xinjiang. What's the irony of this list?
You have to be meditative. Good.
Yeah, go ahead, Maria.
I would say that the irony is that physical and mental pleasure is not the goal of meditation.
No, it is. Xinjiang is the goal. Xinjiang is how you achieve shamatha. You're not doing it for the pleasure, but you need Xinjiang to achieve shamatha. When you achieve physical and mental Xinjiang on the ninth stage of meditation, you've achieved shamatha, and then you can if you have good examination, if you have examination of the object based on shamatha, you can see emptiness directly. So you do want these two. But what's ironic,
You have to be meditating to even experience this.
yeah, we haven't even started meditating yet. This is supposed to be the cure for just Lalo. This is just to get on the mat. So the cures they put is achieving shamatha. Okay, it's kind of this is the end. This is the end. There's no more after this. After you achieve mental Shinjan, that's it. This is the end. This is the cure for samsara. I mean, with some other things, right? Uh, so it's kind of funny, right? To me, I guess. All right, next. Um, who wants to read? Um, Anastasia Lapanitova wants to read.
Name the second of the 5 problems of meditation and explain why its name does not exactly describe it.
Yeah. Do you know Anastasia?
It's forget instruction.
Yeah, good. Tibetan?
Dam Nagjepa.
Yeah, something Jason. Jason means forget, Jepa. Good. Yeah, Damnak. You forget the advice of who?
Your llama.
Yeah, whoever's teaching you how to meditate, whoever told you what to meditate on. And so why is the name not exactly what it is talking about?
You lose the object, not forget what the teaching talk about.
Yeah. It's not that you like forgot what your Lama said or something. It's not that, right? Okay, good. Anastasia Bodlatska Chitai.
Forgetting the instructions, it doesn't mean that you have forgotten what you've been told. Rather, it means that you have lost the object of meditation. It has slipped away from your mind completely.
Yeah, I remember I was meditating for a few years and I was running this Chinese herb clinic in in Northern California and at my massage school, and I would go in the morning and I would meditate in the clinic, and sometimes I would just like after a little while I would just stand up and like walk to breakfast. And I'd be like, "Wait, wasn't I doing something?" I would literally forget that I was meditating at all. At all. So it was awesome. Then I'm like, oh yeah. Well, my mind was so like what do you say? You know, monkey mind, agitated, start thinking about what I had to do and stuff, that I would just stand up and like go do it. So, you know, like this. Yeah, just like Anastasia said, Tamak, Jason, Chepa means to mm, forget, right? Well, what if you take the D off? What does it mean then?
Exchange.
Yeah, good. What do you think? And what if you take the B off of that? What does it mean?
King.
Hmm?
King or Lord.
Yeah, yeah, good. Uh, very good. 1 second. Yeah, good. What if you take the R off of that, Roxana?
And you have just che.
Yeah. You know what that means?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen
I got you.
it.
Uh, yeah, it's hard. It's rare. It means like daily or each kind of. I couldn't even find a definition of it in the Great Dictionary. I had to figure it out by logic. Um, because I kept seeing it and I was annoyed because I didn't know what it meant. Now you know. All right. Three. Roxana wants to read that too, I'm pretty sure.
Give the name of the correction for this second problem.
Yeah. What is the correction for the second problem?
You bring your mind back to the object.
Yeah, remembering seems to be the logical correction for forgetting. What, how do you say remembering?
Drempa.
Yeah, Genpa. Yeah. Yeah, look, we're all logical and stuff. Can you read this, please? Wait. Um, Terog Chiata?
Chiteste.
Chisiste?
Chiteste.
Chiteste?
Yeah.
I was close.
The terog was
Yes.
perfect.
Really close.
Yes. He taught me like 2 days ago. I see if I remember. Go ahead.
The correction is called remembering. This means that you recall the object to mind. By doing this repeatedly, you habituate yourself to the object of meditation, thereby making it familiar and less likely to be lost.
Yeah, and you just gotta do it over and over. It's really weird. It doesn't matter how important the object is. You can just forget. It doesn't matter. It's very strange. It's just karma. Like it's all karma. Like, yeah. Even if it's like your life on the line, you still can't remember. Like, I mean, in a sense, meditating is your life on the line if you believe all this Buddhist stuff. Uh, and you still can't do it. It doesn't matter. You can't force your mind to focus on something, no matter how hard you try. Okay? You can't force anything to happen. And the opposite is true too. If you plant the seed, you can't stop it. Anyway, Drenpa, right? What does Drenpa literally mean, Roxana?
Um, like you catch it with a hook, you pull it towards you, something like that.
Yeah, pull. Uh-huh. Pull.
Mhm.
And in the English word recollect is very close. You like
Mhm.
recollect, bring it back, right?
Right.
Maybe member too, because like member means to like make it a group again or something, right? Like dismember is like to take something apart. So remember is to put it back together in a way. I've never thought of that. I just did. I think I'm right. You can check. Okay. Um, good job, Roxana. Number 4. Um, Kimchi.
Yeah, hello teacher.
Hello, Kimchi.
Yeah, hello everyone. Name the third of the five problems of meditation. What is its correction? Tibetan, check in Tibetan.
Good. Say third.
Third,
Good. Say it's.
it's.
Good. You did it. Perfect.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. What is the third of the five problems of meditation? Okay, you've sat down even after achieving Xinjiang, you sat down. And then now you're remembering what you're supposed to be doing when you're sitting there. You're not just walking to breakfast aimlessly. And now what's your problem? Mike
Just
Hall. What's that?
it's
Go ahead,
our
Maria.
problem.
Go ahead. What's your problem now, Maria?
The,
Not yours. The third
the
problem, meditation.
the third problem of meditation is when the problem is you spending more time off the object than on the object.
Is it? It's not Gurpa and Chingwa?
The patches.
No, that's the third stage.
Oh,
Okay. The third problem goes all the way to like the eighth stage or something, seventh or eighth stage. All right. Um, yeah. Yeah, the first problem, well, it gets you to no stage. The second problem is like, I guess just like that's not really a stage either. You have to remember somewhat. I guess it's just the first stage. Um, and then yeah, second through eighth, I guess, seventh or eighth is this problem. Yeah. It's the most famous problem of meditation. I would say it's the two main problems, okay? If you're actually meditating, if you're actually trying. This is what's the thing that happens when you actually try. That's the third problem, okay? Um, it's either your mind is too sleepy, or your mind is too crazy. All right. I think crazy might be a better translation than agitation, actually. Because agitation means like usually people are like upset. This agitation doesn't mean upset. I'm not trying to criticize Geshe's translation, but I like crazy more right now than agitation. I don't like to say agitation when I translate this word, when I mention it, because it feels weird. Because you're not agitated. You're you can't stop thinking about stuff. Right? They say monkey mind in like um modern parlance. Um yeah, or you're just like spacing out or like falling asleep. All right? And the corresponding correction is watchfulness. What's the Tibetan? How do you say dullness in Tibetan? Come
Is
on.
good agitation or dullness?
It's
Agitation.
it's what I am now. Agitated. Gurpa. Gurpa is agitation. You can remember it. Migyur is like a yeti or something. It means wild human, wild person, like a wilderness humanoid. Okay, Migyur. Anyway, dullness is Chingwa. Chingwa and Gyurpa. They go together. They're famous. Oh look, this is how much they go together. They made them one word. Chingu, right? Chingwa Tangyurpa. Watchfulness in Tibetan? I don't know. Pakyu.
Shushing.
Oh. Oh. Sheishan's an alarm mind. Geshe updated his translation. Okay. That's fine. Sheishan, yeah. Yeah, alarm mind is better. Um, Watchfulness is fine. It just doesn't really mean anything in English. Alarm mind is perfect. It means the alarm goes off if your mind goes low or gets too high. All right. Geshe has updated a lot of these translations since he wrote this 30 years ago, um, approximately. Mm, but she is short for like shepa, which means to be aware, and shin is to be in that state. So sheishin means like a state of awareness or something. Watchfulness. Mm-hmm. Watchfulness is fine if you think of it like a guard on top of like a fort or something, and they see like the enemy coming. They'll say their job is to be like, "Hey, look, it's the enemy." Okay, it's the bad guys. It's Chingwa, it's Gyurpa. All right. Mm, and by the way, Geshe regularly criticizes his old translations because he's constantly updating them. All right, here we go. Give an example for the difference between fixation with clarity, fixation with both clarity and intensity. And I'll add, which one do you want? Okay, let me tell you something. Meditating is like watching a movie. It is no different. If you want to know what good meditation is like, it's like watching a really good movie, like really watching it and noticing everything that's going on. That's what meditation's like. Okay? And that's what this question is. If you're watching a movie and you're just fixated on it, you're just fixed on it. What's the difference between that? If you're fixated on it with clarity and fixated on both clarity and intensity. Ngar, ngar, intensity is ngar. In Tibet. None of you are meditating. This is the whole point. All right. Um, these are the different levels. You have to have fixation with both clarity and intensity to achieve shamatha. Because if you're not, then you're if you have just fixation, if you have such just fixation without clarity and intensity, that means you still have some degree of Qinghua and Gyurpa, I think. If you have fixation with clarity, that mean that means your mind is clear. It's on the object and your mind is clear, but it's not vibrant. It's not bright. If you have fixation with clarity and intensity, that means you're on the object, your mind is clear, and it is very vibrant. Like you're really watching the movie. You're not that person who's going to ask in 2 minutes, who was that guy? Was that guy? Was that the was why is this part important? You know those people in the movie theater? Okay? If you have fixation with clarity and intensity, you won't be that person. You'll know exactly what's going on. How do you say clarity in Tibetan?
Selwa?
Self,
Huh?
self.
Yeah, I think you and Roxana both said it. Yes, Sel or Selwa.
Mm.
Good. Intensity is nar, nar. Um, what's fixation?
Nế,
What?
nế,
May?
nế, something with the place, like keeping it,
Nay. Yeah. Yeah. Holding place.
holding. Yeah.
Yeah, nay. Okay, good. Um, good. Fixation. Someone else should read this. Theodore's reading it. Please.
I'm on the street, so excuse me for the background noise.
No problem.
Fixation is like holding a cup. Fixation with clarity corresponds to holding the cup loosely. And fixation with both clarity and intensity is like holding the cup firmly.
Yeah. Yeah. Or thank you so much, Theodore. Um, wait, how do you say thank you in Romanian?
I taught you.
Mulțumesc.
Oh yeah, mulțumesc.
Okay.
I used to know that. I forgot. Thank you. Let me see. Yeah, it's like you can walk with a cup and not even like focus on the cup anymore. Okay. So I don't think it has to be loose in your hand, but you don't even aware of the cup anymore. I think it's possible. I think that to me that's more fixation. That's fixation with clarity, but no no intensity. Okay? So loosely here, I mean literally, I mean Guess was trying to akin it to the actual grip, then yes, loosely, but mentally, I think it's more like a lack of awareness of it. All right. Yeah, nature, like to hold or fixate, like Jessica said. Selcha, clarity, like Roxana and Jessica said. And ngar, which I said. I like that word. It's actually ngar, low tone. This cha, I guess, represents cha can be a condition or a state of being. It is a very rare use of the word cha. And Geshe taught me when we were doing Sugang's first Wheel of Life book, it can mean like condition. Or state of mind, and that's what it means there. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense because cha usually means part. All right. Multimesk, Theodore. Daria, would you like to read? No? She there? Nope. Mac, you want to read? She there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
You fell asleep last night.
Sorry. The last night I fall asleep. It's so late in Vietnam, so sorry.
It was
I not
late.
enough the sleep. Yeah. So sorry, teacher.
I don't care. I thought it was funny. Um, uh, it was I was me and
Yeah.
me and Hal were trying to wake you up. All right,
Yes.
read
How
this.
is trying to call me? Where's his phone?
It's okay.
Yes.
Read
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Number 6. Explain the difference between gross and subtle dullness of meditation. Tibetan chant name the two in Tibetan and explain in English.
Okay, good.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. How do you say dullness in Tibetan again?
Chingwa.
Yeah, good. Um, gross and subtle? I don't know how to say it. Either they picked big and small, like, or they gross is literally rakpa and subtle is trawa. I don't know what they picked. Trajing and rakjing. What is the actual difference? What's the difference between gross dullness and subtle dullness?
Gross dullness, you're completely losing the object, and subtle dullness, you're still on the object. You're just not. You gross dullness, you lose fixation, and subtle dullness, you have fixation, but you lose clarity and intensity.
Yeah. Um, subtle dullness has clarity but not intensity, right? Is that what you said, Mike?
Subtle dullness, you lose. Oh, I thought it could be clarity or intensity, but it's just intensity.
Uh, mm, maybe it's both. I don't know. It's definitely at least intensity. Um, okay, I'll tell you the difference, okay? By the way, none of this will make sense to you if you don't meditate. You'll have no idea what the difference in clarity and intensity, and you'll have no idea what I'm talking about or what anybody's talking about until you do it. Because it's in you, it's in your mind. It's and that's the only way to find out. It's like me asking somebody who has never seen what the color red is. They can't tell you because there's no description of red beyond pointing at it. Okay? So these are experiences you have to have um by meditating. Okay? And you can and will, and it just takes time and practice, and it's really annoying and it hurts, and good luck. So gross dullness generally is basically falling asleep, and subtle dullness is being awake but like spaced out. Okay, that's the lay person's way to say it. Oh my God, it's long. Uh, Mac, read this quick.
Yeah, in a state of obvious stillness, you do have a fixation on the object, but the level of attention of the meditation has lost its clarity, meaning not the clearness of the color or lines of the visualized object, but rather the uh, alertness or brightness of your state of mind, how bright and pushy tell it is, how free is it from mental dullness or agitation. With subtle dullness, you have a fixation and clarity, but no intensity.
Yeah, I was right, Mike. uh, without the
What else
intensity.
is new?
Well, don't tell my family. They haven't realized this yet. Exactly. Yeah, if you don't have intensity, then it's subtle dullness. And if you don't have clarity, then it's gross dullness. So you can still have the object and still be experiencing gross dullness. So you don't have to be fully asleep, but you're on your way. Okay. Let's see what he did. Yeah, I was right. He used rock. He being Kamala Sheila, I guess. Uh, Chingwa Rakpa. And I guess Chingwa Chwawa has to be subtle dullness. Chamo. Oh, I knew that once. A lot of these classes I studied before I knew Tibetan, so I heard them and I took notes, but I didn't. It registers different if you know the language a little more. Um, and there you go. Okay, I did it. I'm just happy Maria's coming to class. This is what I have to do. I have to do these extreme things just to get Nestorov to class. It's worth it. All right. Maria's the only one meditating before class, so the irony of people not meditating for the meditation course. But I'm sure you're all meditating at home 2 to 3 hours a day on the verge of having shamatha. Okay, I hope so. All right, that's it. I'm gonna take a break. Um, have a lovely day. We're gonna,
Thank you. Thank
if
you,
you're not,
teacher.
you're
Thank you,
welcome.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
teacher.
Thank
You're
you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right. I love you all.
Thank you,
See you.
teacher.